Carl Jung, who learned from Sigmund Freud and then broke from him, is perhaps the most important figure in contemporary dream analysis. His theories of the psyche, the unconscious, and the archetype have continued to resonate long since his death. Consider this passage from his work. "No amount of skepticism and criticism has yet enabled me to regard dreams as negligible occurrences. Often they appear senseless, but it is obviously we who lack the sense and ingenuity to read the enigmatic message from the nocturnal self. Nobody doubts the importance of conscious experience. Why then should we doubt the significance of unconscious happenings?" How do we navigate this place? Well, we gotta open up our brains just a little bit. Reorient them, if you will. Might seem a little bit odd right now, seeing as we, are defying gravity a little bit. But in order to take advantage of this cube-like world, Lila's dream, ramps like this are made for us to use. So now we have access to the sunken library. Except I'm going to do some open thinking right here. Sunken library doesn't really fit with what I feel like should be a perfect cube. This bureaucracy feels like it wants to be perfect order. So if I was looking at this cube from the outside, why would this little piece that we're in right now be jutting kind of outside of it? This place is less perfect than I think. Especially with the travel vidbot, we're going to be learning a little bit about what it means to actually ride something sideways. Completely different orientation. Technically, we're now on the records face, since that's what we're standing and that's what our floor is. Hop on the same elevator that brought us down here. Marvelous. Alright, things to do. We have some goals. And that's still looking through some records. Not what I'd call actually exciting, but it's not straightforward either. Oh. Smacks have hacked into the secretary. Is that you? We can actually put in our answer if we want to. Actually type it out. So, yeah. Oh. Well, Lacey's trying to get in contact with us. This computer is really great. For a bunch of different reasons. Let's go through it, though. Can't find documents using the computer system. Okay. There's still a lot of people out there in the world who prefer to not use technology as well. Let's specifically look for what we're looking for. Standard. Damage. Nope, that just crashes the system. So even the backup doesn't work. Can we get some help? Self-awareness of your flaws? So there's really only two things we can do with this computer. But they're still really two really good things in their own right. One, we can play some games, which are sorted into good, dumb, and word. Here are the good games. Guess the animal and guess the number. Let's guess an animal. Not mine, no. Straightforward, but no. Actually, I was thinking instead of a iguana, I was thinking more of a Komodo dragon. Really like them. They're really, really big and really cool. This Guess Animal game is actually an artificial intelligence engine that they put into the game, so we can actually teach it additional questions based on what we are thinking. And depending on how much you want to dedicate to this, you can actually make a really strong AI. But I want to do something else. There's another good game in here. Let's see if it's as good as actually making an AI, though. Guess the number. This doesn't sound good right off the bat. Right. Cool. The computer's always right, right? You can't argue with the computer. Ever seen someone argue with a computer? You never get what you want. It's less good and more... well, it would be more of a dumb game. Maybe like tic-tac-toe. Never learned how to play Pinochle, so hopefully you can teach me sometime. I do like the idea of hide and seek with a computer that can't actually move, though. You had to be there, you had to input. It's dumb. Didn't see any security cameras around anyways. But here's some word games. Word Mixer and Hangman. Word Mixer is really, really good. It's another engine that they put into this computer. An anagram engine. Type some different words into Word Mixer. At least two. Thinking pretend and... what other word could you execute? So what's the longest word that you can make from these two words? Take all the letters, rearrange them. What can you make? Well, if you're stuck, the computer will actually help you. The longest here is precedent. It's actually really smart. It's really good. Hangman, on the other hand, well, that's its opinion. The last one, though, is, strange. Cloud ring. Makes a door? Somewhere we can actually go. An area like this in the game is called the balcony. Someplace that we can actually just go out, single room, and look out into something completely different. And here we can actually play around with some of the objects here. Like 5 pieces of cloud will create the word cloud. And then we have a ring here that if we take the 4 sections of it, make the word ring. But as you can see at the bottom here, we have spot for 6 letters. So based on what we've actually been fiddling and fumbling around with, I can make the word ring god. But based on that, and all our fiddling around, what can we actually discern from all this information that has been put in front of us? Well, if we have 2 words, cloud and ring, and we have enough space in that place for a 6-letter word, what word can we make from those 2 words? Sounds like a weird sentence, because it kind of is. So what do you think? How about the word ground? It's one of them, but there's multiple answers here. Another word that is also 6 letters long is the word during. However, let's take another observation into consideration here. During and ground are two very different words that we can fiddle around here with. Let's head back. Take a look at where we can actually put our word here. Where are we putting this 6-letter word? We're putting the word ground in the ground. Our reward is just this. We don't actually get much more. What I really like about puzzles in Obsidian is that sometimes puzzles give you rewards, but a lot of time, puzzles just give you information to go on. This puzzle right here is an information-based puzzle. Putting two words together that we are given, and actually using them in order to find the real solution. So anyway, enough of a lesson right there. Let's actually find our document. It's found under standard damage. Well, let's take a look here. If we're looking for something called standard damage, it might as well be in the S's. It's all alphabetical, so at least it's organized. Spray. We can take a look at all of these files, by the way. Any word that is actually in here has a file attached to it. It gives me the question of, how many files did they actually put in here? But I'm getting some bad vibes here, because the words don't really match to what the form actually is for. Anyway, let's find standard. I'm on SP, sputter, square. I'm also getting another bad vibe. I'm only seeing single letters. Well, that kind of stabs. Stab your words into the visual. Stayed? Okay. That's fine. That's all cool. Staley Stammer. Standeth. I'm close. Might have seen this form before. Wait a minute. Okay, standard. Huh. Okay. Well, that doesn't help us all too much. Let's look for damage. Oh. Well, that definitely matches the word. It's a damaged form, all right. But it's like we learned. We have two words that we were given, standard and damage. If we have a whole bunch of forms that are only one word, we need to do something with the two words. What's the longest word that you can think of that standard and damage combine into? This is your time, everybody who's watching Dora the Explorer, in order to figure this out. How about Madden? John Madden. No, the longest word that we can get from the standard and damaged is tradesman. But let's play it again now that we know that information. Because I want to know what the computer will say if we actually put in that word. Still a sarcastic little thing. Anyway. Excellent. Let's look for tradesmen. there is our bridge repair request. It's very specific. Very few of these forms actually connect to what their word actually is, but we don't really have to worry about that too much. So our next job is to actually take this form over and get it not approved, but pre-approved?